Oh, good to see you there. Michael Garcia here, the Vice President of Operations. That's right, ladies, you heard right. Just want to welcome you to the Enrichment Leadership class.
Caesar, what are you doing?
Tabitha, call security.
Hi, this is Michael Garcia. I just wanted to leave a short message and first of all apologize that I couldn't be there at this Charge Nurse retreat, which I'm sure all of you are having a wonderful experience in. With that said, I also want to express my heartfelt appreciation for all of you being there on a Saturday, knowing that this is an opportunity for you to work with many of your colleagues and understand the challenges that is involved in being a charge nurse, and also, more importantly, try and learn additional skills on how best to improve being a charge nurse within the various operating rooms of the Methodist Hospital. With that said, in talking to many other people throughout the department and looking at the various experiences, including my own of being a charge nurse, there's many qualities that we look for. First of all, one has to be very flexible in how they do things within the department. Flexible meaning, to me, that one has to take into account all the nuances and all the things that occur minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, and make quick decisions taking into account all the available information. You have to combine that knowledge along with being an excellent communicator, not only with the staff, but with the surgeons, with the various other departments, and then also being able to problem solve everything that occurs throughout the day. And those are the qualities that I look for in a charge nurse. Those are certainly the qualities we look for as an organization in the people that we work with. And then I also simply just want to say thank you for everything that you do on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, Ruben, tell me what you find most challenging about being in charge over in Dunn OR.
Well, what I find most challenging when I'm in charge of the general surgery department is definitely the staff that we have to work with. There are quite a few strong personalities, which can be rather difficult at times, to be honest. If you can master the ability to deal with strong personalities and figure out a way to still function at a high level as a team, then you can be a great charge nurse.
Thank you.
What qualities do you admire in a charge nurse?
I think the qualities that I admire most in a charge nurse is someone who is willing to listen and compromise a little bit sometimes, if that makes any sense at all, but someone who has a good work ethic, of course, and knows how to deal with pressure very well, and all the things that come in hand with, you know, everyone's personalities. The staff and physician personalities is big. Being in the operating room and working so closely with our doctors, those kinds of things help take care of the issues that come up with discrepancies, which happens every day. Those kinds of things kind of stand out on the top of my head.
Good. How you feel about the qualities of the charge nurses on your unit that kind of give this unit, you know, cohesiveness, that make the unit run smoothly, just specific qualities that stand out of the charge nurses on your unit.
Oh, I would say their critical thinking, anesthesia and the physicians. Most positive is their can-do attitude and doing everything they can to get the cases scheduled and flowing as much on time as possible, and also ensuring that all the staff get their breaks and lunch.
We're here with the Dunn OR, and we have Nurse Bernadine, and we have a couple questions to ask her. So Bernadine, what do you look for in a charge nurse?
A charge nurse? Well, I want someone who's really well organized and who can deal with people really well, talk to the surgeons and with the nurses, and manage the time for the operating rooms. And let's see, they have to be really responsible and also manage their time well.
So let's say top 3 qualities would you want to have in a board runner or a charge nurse?
Well, responsibility for sure. To be really personable so they can get along with everybody because they need to get along with surgeons, anesthesia, Dr. Berkovich, and then also the staff. So, okay, that was 2, responsibility, being personable, and
Hi, Shakira. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hey. So, we have a charge nurse class that we're doing.
Okay.
And we just wanted to come by and ask a lot of the staff members how you feel about the charge nurse. And we have a couple of questions. Would you mind answering them?
Sure.
Okay. So what are some of the qualities that you admire in the charge nurse?
Let me think. Some of the qualities that I admire the most is their versatility. I mean, they can go from one thing to another, and keep everybody on the same page, in the same order, and they can just flip here and there and do whatever that needs to get done. So I appreciate that.
I'll ask you a couple questions. What do you look for in a charge nurse, Pete?
Well, if somebody's going to take charge, somebody's going to actually be there for us, have our back, and actually understands what goes on actually in the OR. Yeah. Integrity, compassion, accountability,
All right, Mr. Pete, well, we appreciate you for your time. I know you're a very busy man.
Yeah, I'm pretty busy.
All right, thanks, Mr. Pete.
You're welcome, no problem.
Charge nurse.
What I admire most about my charge nurses is that they make the difficult decisions. They make tough decisions that are not, sometimes they're not very popular decisions. And they take criticism and, they keep working, they work through it. I always say, I never like to criticize them because I know if I was in their spot, I'd probably do the same decision too. They make the tough, right decisions. That's about it.
Thank you, Gabe.
Hey, Suzanne, how are you?
Hey, Tim, how are you?
Hey, we're just doing this project, and I'd like to ask you a question if it's possible.
Sure, what can I answer
So,
for you?
as a manager of one of our ORs in Methodist, what do you look for in a leadership role as a charge nurse?
Well, I think a good charge nurse should have really large muscles. Kind of a beefcake. A great sense of fashion is always a good quality in charge nurses. Particularly those that, have neon orange shoes. And what really is, I think the #1 priority of a charge nurse is to have ink on your upper arm. A cluster of star tattoos, that really sets you apart from other charge nurses. If they have those qualities, they'll be successful at anything in life.
Oh, thank you so much. That was great.
Well, I think a good charge nurse needs to have leadership abilities such as being able to be decisive. When we have a big caseload, such as 40 cases like we do in Dunn, you need to be able to move things around. You also need to be able to instill discipline in the staff so that they're able to stay on task and get things going. Maybe being able to delegate to others. I know that running the board is a very stressful task, so if you need something done, you should be able to delegate as well. I think a successful charge nurse needs to look at each staff's competencies and assign them where they're most capable, but understand that we have cases to do and try to help them out as much as possible.
That's great. Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
I know you're busy. We'll leave you alone.
Thank you.
Well, one of the qualities that I admire most in a charge nurse is that I admire the quality that they can set up the day to where I know exactly how my day is going to go, and I can manage my own time, and they don't have to be there hovering over me, but they can be there for support in the background if I need them.
Stephen here for the Dunn OR, and we have the nurse Padma, and we just have a couple questions to ask her. First question is, Padma, what do you look for in a charge nurse?
The charge nurse need to be impartial to all the staffs, and she need to be visible so that they can see her every day and talk to her and tell them their problems if they have any.
And let's say, what are your 3 main qualities you look for in a charge nurse?
Pleasant and very accommodative and nice to the employees, to her staff.
All right. Well, thank you, Padma. We appreciate your input.
I wanted to get just a little bit of input from you and ask you, what is something that you admire about the charge nurses on this unit? What quality really stands out in them that you notice on a day-to-day basis?
Well, I think that the 3 of the charge nurses that we have on the unit are very well skilled, and they're able to help me and assist me with channeling any type of emergencies coming through, scheduling any add-ons, and making that transition a smooth transition. And we really need that capability or the ability from the charge nurses to do that.
Hey, Tim.
All right. Well.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, man. Can I just ask you a couple questions?
Yeah. What's up? We're busy today. What's going on?
Actually, let's go to this room real quick. I just want to ask you a couple questions.
Oh man, we are mad crazy busy. We got all kind of cases going. Everybody's working hard today. So come on, let's go.
What the heck? Where's your mother?
Could we get this room, please? Everybody out. It always happens.
What's some of the most difficult tasks that you encounter on the unit being in charge?
One of the most difficult tasks I feel like is just trying to match the assignments with the skills of the nurse. I think that's one of the most challenging things. You know, you know the physicians, you know the complexity of the cases, and you try to really match the skills of that nurse. You know, you have to know your staff well, and you have to know what they're capable of and not capable of. So matching those two together to make the day mesh, you know, making the nurses happy, you know, all this creates a unit cohesion and nurse satisfaction. All that's important in the long run to make the day go smooth and make everything go good.
Great. Okay.
Hi, this is Michael Garcia, Vice President of Operations, and I endorse this message.
오빤 강남 스타일 강남 스타일 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자 그런 반전 있는 여자 나는 선호해 낮에는 너만큼 따사로운 그런 선호해 커피 식기도 전에 원샷 때리는 선호해 밤이 오면 심장이 터져버리는 선호해 그런 선호해 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 그래 바로 너 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 그래 바로 너 지금부터 갈 때까지 가볼까 오빤 강남 스타일 강남 스타일 오빤 강남 스타일 강남 스타일 오빤 강남 스타일 에이 섹시 레이디 오빤 강남 스타일 에이 섹시 레이디 성숙해 보이지만 놀 땐 노는 여자 이때다 싶으면 묶었던 머리 푸는 여자 가렸지만 웬만한 노출보다 야한 여자 그런 감